Yo, what it is? What's up, beautiful poetry people? How are you feeling today? You feeling okay? Hope you're all safe, happy, and well. My name is Zohab Khan. Thank you very much for clicking that video and seeing this face. Smash that like button. Smash it. I really do appreciate it. It lets those YouTube algorithms know that this is a good video with a good story to tell to good people. Alright, you wonderful human beings. Today's story is from the Book of Arabic Wisdom and Guile from the 13th century. It's one of my favorite stories out of the book, The Sultan and the Vizier. Just in case you don't know, Sultan means king, and Vizier, I guess the loose translation would be minister. The title of Vizier is still used in countries today. In Pakistan, they use the title Wazir-e-Azam, which is what they call the Prime Minister. A Wazir essentially is a minister, someone who collects taxes on behalf of the Sultan, takes care of the Sultan's affairs, is kind of a right-hand man, a trusted person. Alright, let's start. The Sultan and the Vizier. So the Vizier was a very trustworthy man. He was very loyal to his Sultan, and he was also a very devoted man to God. He was very pious and considered quite a good human being. And the Sultan loved him. He'd been serving the Sultan for the last 3 decades, had never led him astray, and the Sultan really had good feelings towards the Vizier, and the Vizier vice versa. But as a result of his reputation, the Vizier got a lot of enemies in the court. And in the court, a lot of people were like, man, I don't like this Vizier guy, you know what I mean? So they started spreading rumors about him. And they got into the ear of the Sultan. And all these people are telling the Sultan, nah, don't trust this Vizier guy. This particular Vizier, he's doing a shifty on the side, he's not giving you enough taxes, he's doing this and that and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Absolutely slandered his reputation. Initially, the Sultan didn't believe it. He's like, nah, get out of here. But eventually, the Sultan is only human at the end of the day and was like, look, all these people can't be wrong. They must be onto something. So he calls the Vizier in front of him. He's like, yo, Vizier, what's going on? All these people are bad-mouthing you, saying you're being a little bit shifty on the side. I'm going to sentence you to death. And the Vizier's like, whoa. There's nothing much the Vizier can really do about it because the Sultan had already made up his mind, and the Vizier was like, alright, so be it. And at this time, if you got sentenced to death in the Sultan's court, it's not a good end. What they would do is tie you up and throw you into a pen with vicious, ferocious dogs who would just rip you apart. Doesn't sound like a good way to go. So the Vizier, knowing that he can't get out of this scenario and this situation, made one last request. He asked the Sultan, yo, Sultan, can I have 10 days so that I can take care of my affairs, so I can, collect any debts that are owed to me, then I can pay any debts that I owe, make sure that my children are taken care of, write up my will and deliver all the things that I want to give to the people in my life, and make sure that my children have a guardian. Is it okay if I have 10 days? And the Sultan thought about it, and they came to an agreement to make sure that the Vizier wouldn't run away. And he said, okay, so be it. So the Vizier ran out of there, went straight home, and got 100 gold coins. That's a lot of coins, right? That's a lot of gold. So he got 100 gold coins, and he went to the huntsman of the court. And the huntsman of the court also happened to be the caretaker of these vicious, ferocious dogs. And he said, yo, huntsman, here's 100 gold coins. They're all yours. All I request in return is that you let me take care of these dogs for the next 10 days. And the huntsman thought about it. He's like, all right, we can work with that. It's a no-brainer for me. So he gave the dogs to the Vizier for the next 10 days. And he got to keep 100 gold coins as a result of it. For the next 10 days, the Vizier took amazing, incredible care of these dogs. He groomed them, he fed them, he played with them, he loved them, he showed them affection, and he made sure they were wanting for nothing. And then, on the 11th day, he was summoned towards the Sultan to meet his maker, and then he gave the dogs back to the huntsman. The Sultan says, all right, mate, time for you to go. They tie him up, throw him to the dogs, and what happened next surprised everyone. The dogs jumped all over the Vizier, started licking his face, nibbling on his shoulders, and started playing with him. The Sultan was baffled. Everyone in the court was baffled. They're like, what's going on here? The Sultan asks the Vizier, "Yo Vizier, what's going on? How come my vicious, ferocious dogs are licking your face, man?" And the Vizier says, "I've been taking care of these dogs for the last 10 days. And you can see the result in front of your face. I've been taking care of you, my Sultan, for the last 30 years. And what's the result of that? You throw me to the dogs and the rumors of my enemies are believed." And the Sultan's like, phew. A little bit shy and embarrassed. The Sultan pardons the Vizier, gives him the finest clothing. He says, "Sorry, here's some compensation, here's some fly threads." And he also says, "The people who are spreading rumors about you, your enemies, your haters, they are now your prisoners. Do with them as you wish." The Vizier thanked the Sultan for his generosity of the fine threads and for giving him his enemies. And what he did with the enemies was he treated them with kindness and he set them free. And there's a great lesson in that story, and that's to let your actions speak louder than any words. Let your actions speak louder than any words of your enemies, any words from any of your haters. Let your actions speak louder than even your own words. Let your actions speak. We may not be living in a time of sultans and wazirs and, the courts of the king, but we are living in a time where people's reputations get slandered. We are living in a time when haters are going to hate. We are living in a time where people are cursed with jealousy. We are living in a time where a lot of people are talking. Everyone has an opinion right now. Let your actions speak louder than anything anyone can ever say. You do you. That's one of my favorite things to say. You do you. As long as you do you, the rest of it takes care of itself. And in this instance, the Vizier was just doing him. And him happened to be a kind, nice, generous person who liked to take care of people. So that's today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please do smash that like button and do consider subscribing. I release videos at least 3 times a week. I'm churning them out for you. They do take a lot of time, but I'm doing my absolute best to get them out into the world. Thank you so much for being incredible, and I hope you're all doing real well. New video out soon. Let your friends know about it. Drop me a comment down below. Pwa, pwa, pwa. Let's have a dance.